The last section of this lesson is organizing your digital missionary ministry. So what we're going to explain to you here and hopefully and teach you is there are a lot of local groups and there are a lot of global groups. And it is very effective and easy to build friends and help people come to Christ in both of those. But if you want to abide by the Facebook guidelines, you're probably going to be only in a few groups, and you're going to be, posting 5 to 6 posts a day. So if you really want to be able to go and share the gospel with all the world, you need to organize yourself in a way that you can teach this gospel across all of these local groups and minister to people in these areas. So to do this, we have seen that the best way to do this is to organize your ministry in a way that will allow you to share the gospel with all the world. So we're going to explain that to you here. So the way we've seen this ministry organization happen at the local level or any organizational level is you have a leader that first believes in digital missionary work, and that they believe that, we can take our congregation from not only inviting the friends we know, but we should play a bigger role in our community and inviting our local community and inviting them to participate. And you know what? I think it would be even rewarding to invite those around the world to come and participate. And if that leader shares that leadership vision, he will not only impact those around him, but he's going to bless the lives of a lot of members who participate in this effort and really help people out. So what that church leader does is they call a leader over the organization for digital missionary work. And that leader can coordinate his team and make an assignment and can help motivate people to stay active and participating. And then that leader, that he calls a few people, it could be as many as you want, to participate in digital missionary work. And as those people are called, they're assigned to different groups. So maybe there's a leader of, there's a set of groups that we want you to participate in that could be local, that could be neighborhood wise. And as we saw in the earlier presentation, for one congregation, there might be 240 groups, local groups that they could participating in. So, if you do the simple math, if one person could participate in 6 groups, that's a significant amount of missionaries you can call to participate in this effort. And if you don't want to call someone, you could always invite members in that neighborhood to participate. But from a best practice, I'd call a missionary to be over that group, and then he'd organize the local members in that neighborhood to participate, because it makes it a lot easier for a member in that neighborhood to participate. So the idea is you have members in every neighborhood and you have digital missionary coordinating them, so that when there's like a new event that comes by, or a choir, choir concert you invite people to, you can invite the digital missionary to broadcast out that to all the members, and those members can post it, and you can hit, in our case, it was like 600,000 people overnight if you can organize this well. So it's a chain of communication across all your neighborhood groups, and you could get your the word out really fast. And we've had events where we've had 600 people attend because we were able to get this chain correctly done. Now, the ward mission leader should cooperate with other groups in the church who come up with activities and events, and he should be the cheerleader to say, "Oh, you're planning this event. Is it okay if we invite others in the community?" And sometimes he's going to get a no, but sometimes he's going to get a yes. And when he gets a yes, this is great, because he's now, hey, boom, let's send it out to digital missionaries, and digital missionaries work with these neighborhood members, and we're going to get the information out. And for every event, there's going to be coordination, and it's a way of being able to share the word with a lot of people. Just think about the old way of doing things where, here I plan activity and you announce in church, hey guys, invite your friends, and you might get some people that do and some people don't, but you might get 1 or 2 people showing up. In this case, if you have this organized and you invite people, you're going to have hundreds to thousands of 10,000s of people knowing about the event. and coming to participate. Another best practice, if you're doing events, is creating a registration page so you can track traffic and how many people register for these events. So this is how I'd organize your digital ministry efforts. The other thing I'd do is I'd create a content calendar. If you can post twice a day in all these groups, plus your own pages and your own groups, this is a lot of posts. So organizing your digital missionaries and your members to create content, it becomes really beneficial. So that means you create topics that you want for people to write about, and then you can send it to your congregation. And as digital missionaries or missionaries meet with congregation members, they could ask them, "Oh, can you write post on this topic?" And as soon as the member says yes, you add them to the content calendar. And now they're in charge of that content, and now you create a number of posts that can be posted, and whatever digital missionary wants to use the post, they can. You can alternate times and days you use those posts. And I included a link to an example of a content calendar you could use to coordinate your tracking efforts. Also, we're going to be having a presentation on Social Lift, which is a product to help you organize your posting across many people. So take a look at that one. So you've organized your team, you have content and know when the content's coming out and who's going to write it. And the last part is the content creation process and how that works. And I want to share with you a little bit about that. Is I would meet together with digital missionaries and say, well, let's focus on this person, or you give different missionary assignments, different personas to focus on. They select the topics, from looking at the list of questions or brainstorming of what they want to write about. They read previous posts, get ideas that way, and then they start writing the content. And you could give this content writing to many members and say, hey, addiction recovery, you've been assigned this persona. We need 50 posts. Can you write them? They all write the posts. And then once they send it in, and if they could do it by email, they could do it by Messenger, or they could use Social Lift. And when they send it in, people can approve this, and then digital missionaries can post it, or the members can post it. And then once the post happens, you can also get feedback. So this is the approval process. And if the feedback is about how many people were taught or how many people were found with that post, that makes members feel good and they want to write more posts. Now, the question becomes, can all the members create the post and post it themselves? Totally great doing that. But in the case of like neighborhood groups, you can only post if you're a member of that group. So you're going to have to divide that effort a little bit. So you need to be able to be a part of that group. So having that organization becomes really important if you're going to reach out to everybody. So these are some ideas of how you want to organize your digital missionary work. It may be too advanced for some wards who are like, hey, you know what? We're totally good. Don't need to invite that many people. But if you're really serious about growth and you really want to involve people in this effort and reach as many people as you can, this is the best way to do it. This is the last lesson, the last section of call to minister to a social media group. We teach this out of love from Rexburg. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. We pray for you and hope that you can share the gospel of Jesus Christ with many. Now, in our next lesson, we're going to talk about how to teach the gospel online. And we're going to teach you how to write these posts and many different ways to create these posts so that you can be successful. So I look forward to seeing you at the next lesson.